Right, welcome back. We are at the range. This is going to be our first range video. I actually just shot my first stage of the day with the Dasher. It went good. Unfortunately, I recorded the whole thing in slow motion, and I did like a whole speech afterwards as to the lesson we had in that, which is kind of something I'm going to repeat now. But the problem is with this camera, if you're recording in slow motion, while it looks really cool, it does not record audio. Okay. So needless to say, when I got back to the camera, I was like, yeah, that kind of sucks. But anyway, as you'll see in the footage, in slow motion, I can obviously speed it up for time purposes, but I dropped my bag, okay? And what ends up happening is I run time on my arm, okay? So I put a stopwatch on my arm, and I put 140 seconds on as the timer. And when I'm getting ready, I hit go, and I put my mag in, and I pick up my support bag. And by the time I look down, that generally gives me with about 2 to 3 seconds to go, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And then when I'm shooting by myself, I can sort of time myself that way, and I can feel instantly when I'm timing out on my wrist. And if I really wanted to throughout a stage, I could quickly have a look over on my wrist as to how much time is actually left. Now in this specific case behind me, I dropped my bag, and I end up deciding I'm shooting off the tank trap. And this is, by the way, my very first stage of the day. I just got here. And I dropped the bag, and instead of trying to finish the 4 more rounds I have to shoot off the tank trap, I end up going and getting my bag. Okay, I walk in front of the tank trap. Muzzle awareness here is obviously going to be vital, so make sure that muzzle is up if at any time you need to do something like that. And I get the bag, and I come back, and I put 3 more hits on the target. And then as I sort of time out, I try and pull a snapshot onto the target, and I miss just off the right, which, yeah, it is kind of what it is. But in this case scenario, the lesson here for us is, sometimes it's better to go back, burn 5 seconds, get the bag, but then at least you're able to build a better position. Because shooting off the tank traps with no support bag, good luck. It's not happening. Well, it's not happening consistently, that's for sure. And if you can do that, please send me a video. I'd love to see that. But yeah, so kind of keep that in mind. Oftentimes, things happen in a match and we drop our bags. I'm not a fan of attaching a bag to my rifle. I just think it turns a well-balanced rifle into a turd. And it's awkward, so I went completely away from that. And anyway, yeah, so that's kind of the lesson. Quick little video for us. Go back for your bag. Make sure you get on target and you get points when they count. Okay, so rather time out and not having taken 2 shots or whatever, but the shots you did take, because you went back to get your bag, you can still make them count. And the challenge there is really going to be to sort of shoot still your natural cadence and not try and rush it, because otherwise, if you end up burning that time, you go get your bag, okay, now you're on the thing, you go, oh crap, I've just burned 7 seconds getting my bag, or whatever the case may be. Like, the danger is then you go boom, 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 and you... that can be a gift. Yeah, so the danger is you shoot too quickly and you end up missing as a result of that. So just get back into your natural rhythm and it's as if you never dropped the bag. Just continue shooting on your normal pace that you would. Anyway, update on my wrist. It's good. I'm obviously shooting. I went for my x-rays and the doc's pretty happy with how everything healed. In fact, he said it was one of the best recoveries he'd seen in his entire career, and he's been an orthopedic surgeon for quite a bit now. I still don't have, it's crazy if you look at your hands. You can do this with that hand, like this little supporty thing is completely loose. Like, that's what I have there. Backwards is pretty good. Side to side is an issue, and you don't actually realize how much of this you're doing when you're actually shooting. There's a piece of bone floating here, which you guys will see in the x-ray, and what this is basically doing is when I'm shooting, I'm strapping that on super tight, okay, and it's helping, because that piece of bone that's floating there is massively painful, and they said it's better to leave that and let it sort of heal by itself than to actually go and fix that surgically or remove the bone, because there's like tendons and all sort of things that run through that region. So that's kind of where we are. Today is what day is today? I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So here's the thing, when you're kind of working for yourself, and maybe you guys can relate to this, like, there's no such thing as a weekend for me. I kind of just, like, I usually realize it's the weekend when our nanny doesn't show up. And I'm like, oh, it's Saturday. Anyway, so I'm going to do some more shooting. I am loving the Dasher. I'm still shooting the Hydroform brass. In fact, if I do end up deciding shooting this weekend's match, it's going to depend on a lot of things. Like, this is my first time shooting back-to-back, 2 days in a row. So it's not quite my first range session. But it's good to be back, man. Wow. It still hurts like a mother when I'm shooting. I don't have a lot of feel on that trigger. But I mean, the trigger takes so good. Like, yeah, the results kind of speak for themselves. Anyway, I've mumbled enough. I'm going to leave this rolling. One shot. One opportunity. And then, oh, that's wrong. Okay, so I'm going to leave this rolling. And we're going to do another version of this with sound this time. The plate I'm shooting at is at 368 meters. It is about this big. I don't know. I think it's a 20 by 20. I've got a mag. I, by the way, managed to, in my other Dasher video, I mentioned that I'm having some feeding issues with the MDT mags. All I had to do was take a piece of pliers and literally, like the tiniest of tiny bends, put in the front, and they are feeding like a dream. Currently shooting 105 grain Nosler custom comps, cheapest bullet I can find, just to shoot the Hydroform stuff. Anyway, so how this goes is you go ears on. Okay, where's my rear bag? It's over here. Okay, so we're gonna put that guy there. Grab me good. And by the way, what's also really cool with the ACC, for me to get back into shooting, I needed a light rifle, so I took out all the weights. All the internal weights are gone. I'm running one little weight on the side here, but that's just for me to index my thumb on. That's something I like to do. But other than that, I mean, bare bones. Also, I think it looks pretty slick with the Mirage hood on the front. I'm a little bit out of frame. Okay, so we're gonna go mag in, get back to that timer, boom, 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 and go. Okay, I'm gonna hold my rifle, grab my rear bag, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this tank cap's wobbly. Target, there we go. Ow. This is by far the most painful bit, is transitioning. By far. So now I can look, I got 18 seconds to squeeze 2 rounds off. I can make these count. Right on time. Okay, so whew, just the ear pro fell off, not the gat. So as you can see, the Dasher's shooting pretty well. Problem with this thing, I have to put it on so tight that my hand kind of goes numb by the end of a stage, but that's fine. We can make that work. I am massively impressed with this little rifle, and I look forward to actually going onto my proper components like the 109 hybrids, the long range hybrids, Varga. This is still shooting the cheapest stuff I can find. What's also really cool, I'm shooting them slow. I'm shooting them just over 2.7, so 2.707, that's the speed I'm running these 105s at. And I can see them flying, even from the unstable position. I'm seeing them go. So I've done 2 stages now. There's a group like this on that plate. So I'm just so thankful to be out here shooting again, even though it's massively painful. The doctor said, like, I can't hurt unless I like run and fall off this thing and fall on my hands. I'm not gonna hurt myself. Also, what I can't do is going prone and stuff. I can't put any my body weight like suddenly on my hands. So that's kind of where we are. But yeah, just grateful, guys. It's been a long road. It's been what, 10 weeks now? Yeah, just about. So thankful, grateful to be back. Thankful and grateful to be back shooting. So this is a very different video. I'm literally just doing this video so you guys can sort of see progress of where we are. I want to thank everyone for watching and sticking with us through this journey. I'm gonna shoot the match of the weekend. I think just after these 2 stages, I think I'm kind of there. And maybe we can contest for like a top 10 or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. If you want to see how I broke my hand initially, be warned, it's pretty gruesome. You can watch that over here. And please make sure you're subscribed over here. And we'll see you in the next video, where we'll be doing some more shooting when I'm feeling slightly better. But yeah, I'll probably make a video of this weekend. It's a 2-day match, so I'm super pumped about that. Anyway, have a beautiful weekend. Stay humble, stay fast. Bye. Is that our new slogan? Stay humble, stay fast? I think it's pretty good. Just need a t-shirt. Trademark. Stay humble, stay fast. If you ain't first, you're last. Bye.